So welcome to a commentary video. Wow, commentary and interesting, right? So I'll be going through my thought processes and stuff like that. So this video is actually my second time coming to KF1. It was 2 weeks before the SWS race that I registered for. That's my lovely face right there. I actually been here about a year ago, but I didn't really like it. It felt very not maintained and stuff, and you can basically say that it's skill issue because the current me realized that the past me really got skill checked there. So I decided to try this track again, because I registered for a race, so I don't want to go in blind, right? So I'm forcing myself to learn the track, but of course, because it's so expensive, it's like $88 for 3 sessions, right, for 50 km per hour cards. So I did some track study, watched some onboards, but there's not really any onboards of this card. There's only onboards for the Sodi, that's all. So yeah, there's only track study that can be done. But yeah, so later the fastest lap, there'll be a commentary, and also there'll be a commentary-less fastest lap at the end of the video for those that are interested. So here is mostly understanding the breakpoints, understanding where I can go flat out, where I can leave and stuff, because then even if there's onboards, right, you don't really get those crucial information that you really need in this track. So here we go, the pit lane exit, very important. You'll see that it's very easy to overtake someone on lap 0. For this corner, usually you can do it flat out. You can see I already overtook this guy. It's kind of counterintuitive, that's what I realized, and we cut to another one because it's quite boring. I don't want to really bore you guys. I'm just going to show some footage of me trying to actually catch up to the front 3 people if I remember correctly. So we are here, and then we break around here into this, and oh, what a good apex, but too bad we actually ate the curb, so that slowed us down a bit. I don't think it's really an issue. One thing I have to say is that the pit lane here feels very weird. It's I don't know when I'm going way too fast, when I'm going way too slow. And because there's like 3 different terrains when you go through the pit lane entry, right, it feels weird. Or clockwise, counterclockwise will be the exit. Yeah, it feels very weird when you're entering and exiting through that lane towards the hairpin. Yeah, you can see this guy. I think I make quick work out of him. I don't remember. So he goes right here. He's taking the standard line. Which, by the way, not a lot of people take the standard line, surprisingly. And you can see I already gained a lot of time by going tighter, but I decided to give way to him. But we know that we can overtake him. I was thinking of doing a dive bomb, but I was like, nah, let me just do this instead. Yeah, he goes wide, and then it's just my corner, and that's it. We overtook the guy. So next footage, same place again. This guy, the guy in white, apparently they're trying to learn from me. After this session, he kept following me. He was like, you can copy your lines. I'm like, bro, why are you asking permission? He probably did it subconsciously anyways. So yeah, pretty chill guy, not gonna lie. He's a very chill guy. I talked to him a few times. There's a lot of people that I talked to in these 3 sessions that I took for, which is the only 3 sessions I have before the race itself. Yeah, so they're saying like what can I do and stuff. You can see that shaking of it inside didn't really go fast enough, which means I made a lot of mistakes as well. So here you can see flat out, instant flat out. And I think it caught him off by surprise because we caught up so much by doing that. And here is flat out, flat out, flat out. Because of the bumps here, you turn so much, and the grip is crazy. The grip, there's so much grip that it exacerbates the understeer by a lot. Not gonna lie. But yeah, the current me is a lot better at this now. The past me 1 year ago me was horrendous, was trash at this. So here I was thinking of I don't know, I think I was following him. It was a very bad habit. Sometimes I get too locked on to the person in front because I'm trying to overtake the person, and then I'm also doing the thing he does, just at slightly less, thankfully speaking, which is why we managed to maintain this gap. As you can see right in front. Here, another bad habit. I think I was trying to do something here. I don't remember what, but because he overbraked, I think that's why the gap sort of shortened. And see, but then it lengthened again because this, that, yada yada yada. Here go, another gap closer again, flat out, very easy, and now we are side by side. And I think he gives way here because I took the tighter line. Because if you take the wider line, you are also closing, but I think he didn't know. So in then, yeah, it's more like keep your head down, and here we go, a faster slap. I know this is a bit overstimulating, we're just cutting here and there, but I want to make this video as short as possible. So And see here, easy flat out, keep the steering minimum steering, yeah, same thing. You don't scrub too much speed because these guys, they scrub a lot of speed very easy. Here, same thing, keep it minimal, flat out, very easy flat out. Here, make sure you get a decent apex, which I didn't. That's probably like a few times gone. Here, straight, tap the brakes, and then full lock. Because my cart needs the full lock to rotate the cart to the angle I want. Because if you don't full lock, you will actually go wide and you lose quite a bit of time. Sadly speaking, hey, you see, very nice. We touched the curb a bit, sadly speaking, but it is what it is. My least favorite corner, I always understeer here. You can see this is, you can see the understeer was crazy on that one. I think we lost quite a few times there, definitely. And then afterwards, the final hairpin. Do I make it? Yes, I do. Wow, perfect. Wow, that was a slightly later apex. That was very nice. And yeah, that's 107.4, which I think we can get 107 if we didn't understeer. But yeah. So my least favorite corner again, red flag. I think this one I was a bit confused how the red flag here works, because you see, he was not ready at all. So I was asking him like whether I can go in or not, but he was ignoring me. I don't know why. And then yeah, by the time he came out, I was like, okay, I have to go in already. And I tried to slow down as much as possible, but accidentally hit the barriers, scraped the barriers in fact. And I was like telling the staff, yo, I'm sorry about that. And in the end, I went to talk to the uncle, and I was like, did I do it right or not, or whatever. Now, second session. We can see this guy is a bit slow in front. I don't know why they love to go slow on the pit lane. It's very weird. So in the end, I just overtook him with ease. It was way too easy to overtake that guy. He was going super slow for some strange reason. It was very weird. I mean, I understand if it's your first time doing karting, but man, it was annoying. I think traffic was quite bad, even though there was not a lot of people driving this circuit, but it was quite bad. Not to say that I have not been on the receiving end but yeah, you can see I was trying to figure out how to overtake this guy because I was driving a bit weirdly. He was doing tight and wide on certain corners. It was weird. But yeah, I just forced my way in. And then I think we overtook this guy with ease as well. He let off the brakes super early. And yeah, because of that we gained so much time. And yeah, so back to the topic, right? I've been on the receiving end. I've done race cars before, and I tell you, I've been on the receiving end because I was being a bit annoying to the other race cars because I was going so slow. Because I was trying to figure out how to drive the race cars. But yeah, so now we're trying to catch the first position guy. This is about a lap later, right? I don't really care, but in terms of lap times, I've been first in all 3 sessions, but I really want to overtake because, you know, I need to work on my racecraft. So we overtake lap traffic here. I mean, I think he was giving way, to be honest, so yeah, I went wide there again, but doesn't really matter because I think the first position guy made a lot of mistakes for me to not be bothered with my mistakes. But of course, in terms of lap times, that's kind of sad. You can see this cut that I have in the second session is a bit twitchy. The wheels are a bit loose actually. So sometimes it will oversteer into understeer. It felt weird, but you know, I still got sub 108, so I'm happy about it. From what I've heard is the staff said that this average time is 105, which I don't know how we get it. I need to figure out where to get 2.5 seconds from. But yeah, maybe because of the weather. A lot of people complained the weather was quite horrendous. It was like 34, 35 degrees during the session, so who knows. All I know is that my tires have holes in them. Sometimes I would drive through and I'll see the tire bits fly out and I'm like, what is going on? And you can see I'm thanking the traffic for not being a traffic. You know, just give way and stuff. Pretty thankful. Yeah, I'm still trying to catch up to this guy. I think we closed the gap by a lot. So I'm just looking for an overtake in the next few corners. I think we could overtake him in the next few corners. Here, flat out, I think he also starting to get a hang of it. Whoever this guy is in front of us, he kind of knows that he can go almost flat out. I think he lifted a bit, I think. So he go, I think he ducked also for DRS. I don't know what he ducked for DRS in the corner, but yeah, Then we catch up because he went wide, you know. Oh yeah, this guy, I remember him. This the Vietnamese guy, yeah. Yeah, I dive bomb him. And then I think I remember talking to him after this session. I was saying, oh yeah, sorry my bad, I should have dive bombed you because you didn't see me. He was like, it's chill and stuff. So we cut that footage out because nothing happens afterwards. There was nothing interesting afterwards. This session, the starting was horrendous. The guy in front was going very slow. He was going like 3 clicks an hour or something, and he was wasting everyone's time. So and then we just overtook all the slow ones, and then now we are fighting these two actually. We are racing these two, which I've heard from other people is that I think one of them was being very aggressive for no reason. And from what I understand is, when I talked to the aggressive guy, he was aggressive and slow, to be honest with you. Slow in a sense, it's not as slow as the other people, but he is very slow for someone who's talking a lot of smack. This guy, yes, the guy in green, yeah. So now we're just racing, kind of, I think. I don't know, in my mind I was like, I just need to overtake these two and get on with my life. So there we go. We kind of butchered the hairpin there, but it is what it is. It's 2 lap 0, so the tires are still quite cold. And there we go. I think that was a pretty decent exit. I don't really remember. He likes to hit the curbs. So I think he was watching because one of his friends is a slightly better driver, and I think he copies his line. Just that the problem is his friend is doing a practice in the race cuts. Sorry, not in the race cut, in the race spec Sodis. So race spec Sodis, they tend to take a different line because of high speed. You can see he goes wider there. You can see he definitely learned from his slightly more experienced friend, but driving a different race cut. So I was like, okay, sure. That's a weakness, and then I tighten here. Same thing, same old. We catch up. See, look at the gap. At the gap, and for some reason they always like to go wide on that turn. So in then I was like, okay, fine, I'll overtake you. I give him a lot of space, by the way, a lot. I shouldn't have done that because I've heard complaints from other people that he doesn't give space. Meanwhile, I give them like 1.5 cut space. He tried to dive bomb me, but he overbraked and. I just overtook him back. That was like the easiest overtake after a dive bomb, and then I butchered this, and now we're catching up to P1, which again doesn't really matter because that time I'm P1, but I think my ego tells me no, you need to overtake this guy. You need to overtake this guy. You're not P1. And yeah, we're just catching up. Didn't catch up here. I think we overtake him in like 2 laps time. The problem with this track is first the cuts aren't really fast. So if you make any mistakes, right, you're kind of safe. You're actually quite safe. The problem is you need to make more good turns than that. Wow, no shit, Sherlock. more good than bad. Wow. See, that's one of his weaknesses. He goes wide, so I was like, which is why we close up the gap by so much more by maintaining a tight line. I think that's the problem when people say why can't I improve, and then they don't catch themselves doing that kind of nonsense. Like, why am I going wide? Like, why didn't I think of going tighter when I'm trying to I was thinking of how to tackle this least favorite corner, and I used the curve to actually rotate, and that actually got me a pretty good exit. So we just overtook him there. Yeah, and then I think we just keep our head down and deal with lap traffic, which was the bane of my hot lap. I think this session I had the worst timing, but I still had the fastest timing. I still had a 1.5 second lead over the second place guy, but I went faster. This one, I knew he would take tight line, so I just went wide and carried on with my life. I wanted to do a switchback, but there was no way. Some of these people, they drive so unpredictably, it's a bit scary. Like, for example, I think this one's still okay. I can't remember. There was like 2 guys that drove very weirdly. It was hard. Here we go. I think this is the one. That's why I cut to this footage. There you go. This one, easy to overtake. Then I think it was the guy in front. Yeah. I think the guy in front was driving unpredictably. I was getting a bit frustrated or something. I wiped the helmet because I thought my camera fell off, but apparently it's the tire bits that fell off. Yeah. With 3 sessions, the tire bits kept flying off. Yeah, this guy, the guy in green, I thought he'll go wide here, so I was trying to do a switchback, but then he dove all the way in. He missed his apex by 7 miles, and I got caught off guard. Yeah. Yeah, it was very weird. It was weird racing those people. I was taking a switchback, but nope, you miss your apex by 7 miles, not even like 1 centimeter, you miss it by 7 miles, that's crazy. Probably could have went to like another country with how much distance it is away from the apex. There you go, we just keep our head down and try to gain as much lap time as possible. Well, I think we got pretty decent exit from the hairpin, and then my least favorite corner, mounting the curb again, and I think it helped a bit. But yeah, a lot of understeering. I think it's probably because I kept steering very aggressive into that corner, and that's causing the understeer. But yeah, there you go. We see 2 lap traffic here. I don't remember. There was one guy, the guy with the Japanese jersey. That guy annoyed me a lot. I think this was an easy. Nope, no, it wasn't. Was it? It was. Okay, so he just went right there. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it was this guy. Yes, the guy in blue. This guy after the session was laughing to his colleagues like, yeah, I had a fun race. No, I was on a hot lap and he essentially he was impeding me. He was straight up impeding me. I lost, I think, a few seconds because of this guy, because I couldn't predict what he was going to do. He was braking at weird points and he was striking at weird points. See, here we go. He braked super early and then he just dived into the inside. I'm just there like, what? It was weird. And then here you go. He overbraked there for some strange reason, and then I hit him and I was getting remarked there. You can see the gesture, the Italian gesture right there. Here you go, the hairpin, he spins out. How does he spin out? I have no clue. It was a very weird place to spin out, to be honest with you. I don't know what he did there, I got annoyed. But yeah, that's about it.